Today, we're test driving the all-new Chevrolet Trax, and we're going to do a fuel economy test to see how well it performs. As you can see right now, we have a full tank of fuel, and on this full tank, our fuel range is expected to be 573 kilometers before we run completely out of fuel. You'll also notice we have our trip meters currently on the screen, and they read 0. We're going to be driving this over the week and see how many kilometers we complete, and after that, we'll head to the gas station to see how much it costs to fill up, so stay tuned. We just spent the week testing the Chevrolet Trax and have some numbers here we'd like to share with you. As you can see, we've driven a total of 418 kilometers and have a remaining fuel range of 225 kilometers. I haven't had the air conditioning or the heating on at all, but have had the sound system on the whole time. Also worth noting is we spent about 60% of our driving in the city and 40% on the highway, just to give you an idea of how I got the numbers that I did. You'll notice we're at the fuel station, and we're going to fill it back up, and based on that, we'll do some calculations to see how well it performed. We just tried filling up the Trax, but unfortunately the fuel pump stopped pumping at $5.26 for 3.6 liters. We will try pumping again and add this to our total. As you can see, we spent $42.40 to fill up 29 liters of fuel at a fuel cost of $1.46 per liter. If we add our previous unsuccessful fill, this gives us a total of $47.66 for 32.6 liters. As you just saw, we spent $47.66 to fill up 33 liters of fuel at a fuel cost of $1.46 per liter. Also worth noting is the Chevrolet Trax's fuel tank capacity is 50 liters or 13 gallons. First, let's calculate our distance per liter, and we'll do that by taking our distance driven and dividing it by the number of liters we filled up. So, 418 kilometers divided by 33 liters gives us 12.6 kilometers per liter or 30 miles per gallon. That means every liter of fuel will give us 12.6 kilometers of driving, every gallon of fuel will give us 30 miles of driving, and every 7.9 liters of fuel will give us 100 kilometers of driving. Now, let's calculate our actual real-world driving range, and we'll do that by taking the 12.6 kilometers per liter and multiplying it by our fuel tank capacity of 50 liters. So, 12.6 kilometers per liter multiplied by 50 liters gives us 630 kilometers. That means on a full tank of fuel, you can expect 630 kilometers or 391 miles of driving. Now, let's calculate our cost per kilometer, and we'll do that by taking the total cost of our fill-up and dividing it by the distance that we drove. So, $47.66 divided by 418 kilometers gives us 11.4 cents per kilometer. That means every kilometer costs us 11.4 cents. Finally, let's calculate our cost of a full tank. First, let's do it for Toronto, Canada, where the fuel price is $1.46 per liter. So, $1.46 per liter multiplied by 50 liters gives us $73 Canadian. That means a full tank of fuel, if you were to fill up in Toronto, Canada, would cost you $73. Now, let's cross the border into Detroit, USA, where the fuel price is $3 per gallon. So, $3 per gallon multiplied by 13 gallons gives us $39 US. That means a full tank of fuel, if you were to fill up in Detroit, USA, would cost you $39. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our channel for more great fuel economy content. If you're looking for real-world fuel economy figures for similar SUVs, we have fuel economy reviews on the Toyota Corolla Cross, Honda HR-V, Hyundai Venue, and Kia Soul. You can watch those videos on our YouTube channel.